What's up guys, it's Tom here, and Erik ten Hag finally got sacked by Manchester United, but they wasted their whole season by not sacking him in the summer. Even after he won the FA Cup, he surely deserved to get the sack after Man United finished 8th and they had a minus goal difference, -3 goal difference, and they had basically, Man United had their worst season since 1990, so for 3.5 decades. And yet the Man United board, because it's a new regime by Ineos, thought, let's give Erik ten Hag time. And he spent an awful lot of money in the summer. And now Man United are 14th. I will be honest, as a Liverpool fan, it's absolutely hilarious. The absolute disaster that Man United have been since Sir Alex Ferguson left the club has been nothing short of sensational to watch as a Liverpool fan, because I grew up watching Man United dominate the Premier League. They won 13 titles with Sir Alex Ferguson, but they haven't won a title since then. They haven't won a Champions League since then. They haven't won a big major trophy. And yes, they won the FA Cup last season, but Man United's basically two best games came in the FA Cup against Liverpool in the semi-final and against Man City in the final. Other than that, they were absolutely shocking. And since Erik ten Hag took over, Man United backed him absolutely to the fullest. Man United spent £600 million, £616 million since ten Hag took over. And that's the second highest spending, behind Chelsea, of course, who spent more than twice as much, £1.3 billion. But Man United spent more than Tottenham, Arsenal, West Ham, Man City, and of course a lot more than Newcastle, Liverpool and Brighton. And I think that the fact that they didn't sack him in the summer was just criminal by Man United. And also, why didn't they sack ten Hag when Thomas Tuchel was still available? They sack him now when all the best managers are already taken up. I mean, I was pretty convinced that Ten Hag was going to be sacked, because in the summer there were so many great managers available. Hansi Flick and all the others. And Arne Slot went to Liverpool, and Ten Hag said, you know, that PSV were so much better than Feyenoord. So he basically was implying that he doesn't really rate Arne Slot. Well, Arne Slot in just 2 months had a better career at Liverpool than Ten Hag had at Man United in like 2 or 3 years. Liverpool have an identity under Arne Slot. They have a clear vision, a clear style of play, and clear tactics. And what is the style of play of Man United at Ten Hag, under Ten Hag? Is it like defending in a low block and counter-attacking? For a big club like Man United, that's absolutely, frankly, disgraceful and unacceptable in my opinion. And if I was a Man United fan, I would be so depressed, because it doesn't look like that the new regime, the new Ineos ownership does many things differently, because at the moment they still are a very badly run football club and they don't make crucial decisions when it needs to be made. I mean, how Erik ten Hag was supposed to stay in the job, I will never know. And Ineos will be judged harshly on their first full-time managerial appointment. So they have to get it right. Why didn't they try to get it right in the summer? I will never know. Yes, maybe the FA Cup win papered over the cracks, but Ten Hag was still an awful manager in the summer when they didn't sack him, even though they won the FA Cup. You know, look at the league season. That's your bread and butter. The Premier League season. As a Man United, as a huge club. And they failed miserably. They had the absolutely most shocking season. And it has even got worse. That's what is absolutely hilarious about this. Now Man United sit 14th after, yes, they got beat at West Ham by a very controversial penalty. I don't think it was a penalty. VAR and the PGMOL again makes absolute disgraceful, shockingly bad decisions. Man United missed open goals and huge chances in the first half, and they threw the game away. Because Man United, if they are 4-0 up at halftime, West Ham couldn't have said a word. Man United created so many chances, but overall the bottom line is Erik ten Hag is not good enough, and he was never really good enough for Manchester United or for any top Premier League club. And what is also staggering is that only Ipswich Town have been in the lead for less time in the Premier League than Manchester United. So they might be in a relegation battle if Ten Hag stays for the full season. That's why I'm a little bit sad today that Ten Hag got sacked. But he gave us some really wonderful memories. As a Liverpool fan, I will always remember the Liverpool Man United 7-0 game, and that the fact that we thrashed Man United 3-0 and 4-2 at Old Trafford as well. But also 26%. That's what 7 of Eric Ten Hag's 27 Premier League defeats came through a 90th minute winner. And that is the highest percentage of defeats to 90th minute goals of any manager to lose 20 plus games in Premier League history. That is just absolutely shocking. So Erik Ten Hag lost more games than any other manager after the 90th minute in Premier League history, which is just an absolutely staggering statistic. Let me tell you another beautiful statistic from the Erik Ten Hag era. 1,739. You might wonder what that number is. Man United faced this amount of shots in 128 games. Just calculate that. 1,739 shots faced in 128 games. For a club as huge as Man United, that is disgraceful, that is shocking, that is unacceptable, that is awful defensively. Just to compare, since 2022, Man City faced 717 fewer shots than Man United. So Man United faced 1,700 shots and Man City faced around 1,000 shots. And Man City played 6 more games in that time than Man United. That is just unacceptable, and I don't understand how so many Man United fans were still against, sacking Erik Ten Hag. The loyalty that some Man United fans showed to Erik Ten Hag was crazy to me. And they worshipped him after winning the FA Cup, and they said they had a better season than Arsenal. Some Man United fans seriously said at the end of last season that Man United had a better season than Arsenal just because they won a trophy, just because they won the FA Cup. That's how small time Man United have become. And I mean, as a Liverpool fan, I'm not gonna lie, it has been absolutely glorious to see Man United fans clinging to this. And also, what is funny is that the Man United fan base became what they accused Liverpool fans to be when Man United were dominating in the Premier League. Then Liverpool fans always was brought up history and past achievements, and that was their saving grace, according to Man United fans at least. Now Man United fans are doing exactly the same. When Arsenal fans or Chelsea fans are teasing Man United fans, the Man United fans always bring up past achievements, like how many Premier League titles they have won, how many Champions League they have won compared to Arsenal, how many European trophies they have won compared to Arsenal. And that feels small time, and that's exactly what they accused Liverpool fans of doing. And now they are doing it themselves as well. So how the tide has turned in the last 15 years, or however many years it is since Sir Alex Ferguson left. And I thought we would never see the end of an era of domination of Man United. But after Ferguson left, Man United collapsed as a football club. Now they are a regular Europa League side. Since Ferguson left, Man United have qualified more times to the Europa League than the Champions League. And this season, they haven't even won a game in the Europa League, which is absolutely crazy to me, that Man United, even in the Europa League, they can't win a game. They have 3 draws. And that is just shocking. Only David Moyes has lost a higher percentage of his Premier League games as Man United manager than Erik Ten Hag. And what is shocking to me is that Ten Hag has basically the worst managerial record as a Man United manager, except, Ralph Rangnick and somebody else. But Ferguson, Mourinho, even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has a much better win percentage ratio and a much better record in the Premier League than Erik Ten Hag. So they are regressing. They tried to appoint big name managers, and those failed, and then they tried so many other managers. But what I don't understand, if the board wasn't going to stick with Ten Hag, then why not sack him in the summer? Why not sack him earlier? Why not sack him when Thomas Tuchel was still available? Because if Thomas Tuchel was appointed a Man United manager, then us Liverpool fans would actually start fearing Man United again, because they actually have a pretty good squad, pretty decent squad of players. If Pep Guardiola was in charge of Man United, they might not be title contenders, but they would definitely finish in the top 4. They are good enough, and there's money that they spend. They actually should be title contenders with the amount of money that they spent. Chelsea, same thing. With the amount of money that they spend, they should be going for the title. But now the Man United fan base's expectations are so low that even if, like the interim manager, Ruud van Nistelrooy, who is also a Man United legend, if he achieves a European qualification place, so maybe Man United finish 6th or 7th and qualify to the Europa League or the Conference League, the Man United fans will see that as a success. And that just shows how far this club has fallen. And long may it continue. It's absolutely glorious to see as a Liverpool fan. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.